Hi, and welcome back to SGGT. Today we had a great fitting event with TaylorMade, and today we're joined by Brad.
How are we doing?
Yeah, not bad. You?
Oh, good, thank you.
Good. Brad, the big thing this year, zero torque.
Yeah.
Talk us through what makes it so special with TaylorMade.
Yeah, 100%. So ZT just launched this summer, which has been unbelievable, on tour and at retail. So Brian Harman switching into ZT, think back of that Spider that he's had forever. Yep. Switched into ZT, won the first event with that. Justin Rose, even though he's not paid to use our product, as well as Brian Harman, he was using it. And we've seen unbelievable success. In terms of ZT, we've never really had a putter as stable as what zero torque is, and that is the big talking point of zero torque.
Yep.
Because if you think about it, zero torque, like a normal putter, like that plumber's neck or anything else, there's always a level of kicking that type of neck. But with ZT, where the shaft goes directly into the head, that means that the face always stays square to the path because it spins 360 degrees on its axis. So we've never had stability like it. The MOI of that putter is actually 5k MOI. Yep. So we joke, each one of us in this room will have used a driver that wouldn't be far off that 5k MOI. And now we've got a putter at that. So in terms of fitting that product, it's been unbelievable because from a stability perspective, the golfer that we've seen a few golfers today that struggle with that ball roll. When you put a ZT in the hands, it's amazing just to see the difference in that ball roll. And we've both seen that, haven't we, today at first hand? Yeah,
it was very, very good today, to be fair. A lot of people that came today either loved it buying the ball, but because TaylorMade has now got plenty of options now, not just zero torque. A lot of people today liked the visual of that true path line with the light on that as well, just to give that person a visual of, okay then, to guide that ball into the hole.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, obviously from the fitting experience that we've delivered today, where we use lasers to check people's alignment, one thing that all golfers take for granted is they're good at aiming, and as we've been able to show people today that they are not very good at aiming. Now with that true path, you've got a contrasting colour, whether that's the gunmetal finish with the white or the black and the white. So when you use a line on a golf ball and you match that to the true path, you then have a huge influence on that golfer without actually explaining that to them, because that's what true path does. And as a byproduct of that, if golfers can start the ball more on line, you're going to hold more putts, aren't you? And also you're going to eliminate the three putts.
And that's a big thing for you, is what we're chatting to customers today is that three putt percentage getting lower and lower.
Yeah, I think the biggest stat in golf that is hugely sort of golfers are able to dictate is putting.
Yeah.
Not everyone is able to hit a driver 320 yards like they see on the TV. One thing that every golfer is physically capable, from a 6-year-old child to a 96-year-old man, is physically not to three putt.
Yeah.
And there's two byproducts of that. One's pace, if you get the pace dialed in, which is a combination of loft and weight of a putter, and then start line. That's why people miss inside 5 feet. If you can match those two up, you're going to eliminate three putts, and every golfer will improve their scoring as a byproduct of that.
Absolutely. And then talk us through about although we've got the big talking point, the ZT range from TaylorMade, what other avenues of putter can customers see?
Yeah, so we've got the TP range, the black. It isn't custom, that's our entry-level sort of putter lineup. And then we go into the Spider, which we are well known as a company for delivering that high MOI in that Spider family. And then also, which is more on tour now, which is the Olsen stuff that we're starting to see.
Mega.
But the biggest thing for us as a company is our Spider franchise, which I think why you see now on tour, Lowry, Ryder Cup.
Right, you're now starting to see a lot more non-TaylorMade players go down that route because of that stability factor, because of the performance of it, because the feel back of the inserts now as well. You can get with it as well now. And then talk us through what sort of neck types then.
So you've got your plumber's neck, we call that your Scheffler. You've then got the slant neck, which is the Rory, and then you've got double bend, and then obviously you've then got your ZT.
So essentially every golfers covered. No matter what
absolutely. And I think on the fitting element, like back in the day when I was fitting, you generally fitted the neck of the putter relative to their stroke type. Yeah. I think things have evolved massively over that period, and I think now what we try and do is we try and influence how the ball rolls relative to them matching a neck that's going to help with that. So if they have a bad right miss and we need something that's going to swing more in the blade, we'll then go into that Rory neck, the slant neck, and then vice versa. If you need something with less swing, then that's where the Scheffler neck or the double bend comes in.
Mega. And then they were discussing up there, I think putter fitting in general is starting to become a lot more crucial to the game now.
Yeah.
What makes now TaylorMade so different in terms of why should customers now come and see you now, buddy?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a good question. I think one thing that all companies have done with putters, and we've seen this on tours, there's been a bag of putters, and this is how, back to my Club Pro days, that's how you got people to purchase putters, is have a go with them. What do you like the look of? What do you like the feel of? It was quite vague, to say the least. To then start holing putts and they think they found the Holy Grail. Deep down, it doesn't work. It never stands up, and they keep searching, they keep going through that cycle. And I think what we now do at TaylorMade, we do it properly, and what I mean by that is we fit and build on site. Mega. So we have the capacity to individualise that fit to that player, whether that's loft, lie, weight, grips, and then bring that to a level to the retail environment, which has had a huge influence. And I think having the ability where the customer walks away with that putter that they've been built, and I carry exactly the same putters as Alex Marine does on the tour truck, it adds that nice sort of individual sort of experience to that.
Yeah, so they see the results up in the putting green or wherever you're doing it in that various venue, but then they get to walk away the same day.
Yeah.
So what they experienced is then in their hand straight, which is an amazing, kind of almost like an amazing feature of what you're trying to do with TaylorMade these days.
Absolutely, and the biggest growth we've had this year as a company is on putter, and I think as a byproduct of the events that we're doing, and we've had 2 good successful events with yourselves, it's only going to get bigger and bigger. And we've got a member of staff now in Ireland who's doing putters, so it's just trying to elevate that experience that we always aspire at TaylorMade. We always want to be the best, whether that's product or delivering that experience to the golfer.
Beautiful. So there's a bit of mystery about putter fitting. So tell me what customers are expecting.
Yeah, the thing is with putter fitting, it's very individual. There's no right or wrong way. Ultimately, we've got to influence the golfer and improve. So as we've been doing up there, what we try and do is we'll get some data with their own putter, 6, 7 putts, etc. Get some videos, have a look at the ball roll, and that's why we use the striped golf balls, because they give us fitters a lot of feedback. Observe, explain to the player whether the launch directions or the pace control or how the ball's rolling, influence that to the golfer, which is quite cool because it's a bit of an education for them because they don't look at that type of detail.
No.
And then from there, we then get into using the adjustable putter, get some measurements in terms of length and lie, how does that feel, let them get involved. And then from there, we then use our demo stock on the loft and lie machine, whether that's adjustments in lie, loft, then we sort of try and access the weights. So if they struggle with pace control and we're observing the ball roll, if that's rolling well, then potentially it's too light, we need to put some mass into that head. And then from there, once you've done that and you've got your demos, and generally you only need one, you then put that into play, do some more testing, validate it, and then just to finish off, you then just create some different environments, hit some 3-foot putts, some 6-foot putts, some long-range putts, just so they can sort of
get a feel for it for themselves.
Get a feel and try and bring the golf course onto the putting green.
Yeah, almost take away numbers and stats and just have a go yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I think every customer today loved.
Yeah.
Because they can take away stress of, what was this? And actually, like you were saying, they're validate it in their own minds.
Absolutely, yeah, because ultimately, there's a time and a place for data, and it's not just data. I think they have to sort of just see that their own side, because when you're on a putting green on a golf course, you don't have launch directions or anything like that to work with. Ultimately, the end result is the ball goes in or it doesn't.
1,000%.
And after we've worked with players today, that conversion rate is a hell of a lot higher.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thanks so much, Brian, for coming today.
No problem.
Thanks for watching. Check out the rest of our videos on YouTube and please subscribe.